No, I think it's actually very novel and well timed. Um, we were an investigator site for the Boehringer Ingelheim drug, which is now Spesolimab on the market. That was first IL-36 to make it to dermatology for us, which was great. To have another molecule is even better. Adds to the significance. Leo Pharma now brings Spesolimab to the market for us, which is as they've done a good job with that. That being said, I mean, Vanda, they make good drugs from what I understand. And I think this is another one where the Gemini trials, again, 53% of the patients got to clear, almost clear by week 4, which for many of these patients who suffer in a prison of misdiagnosis or just not having options, this is really some game-changing stuff for them. More importantly, is we're understanding how rapidly the disease can, be mitigated with the onset of the intravenous dosage. We saw that with the FSCL 2 trials, the FSCL 1 trial as well. That brought them both to relevance. The FSCL 2 trial specifically with the sub-Q to keep things away, and one to put it out with the IV treatment, if you will. I think for what Imsidolimab is showing us, it's got a very similar destiny, if you will. I think clinically too, thinking about durability, because the 2-year maintenance period without flares, I mean, that is a significant improvement from what we, again, know from a patient's quality of life standpoint. My biggest, take home again is, I hear a lot of dermatologists say, well, my patients got better with a 17 inhibitor. They got better with a 23 inhibitor. And again, from a psoriasis pathway, there is always a little bit of overlap in what, look at 17, what 23 does, what some crossovers like 22 are involved with. They're all, intermixed into it. And there's going to be a little impact from what, again, targeting those cytokines can do. But GPP is well established in an interleukin 36 milieu where that cytokine is the main driver. You see a lot of neutrophils, a lot of reactive oxygen species, a lot of tissue damage. All of that, again, is unique to the 36 pathway. And by inhibiting that, just like we saw with Spesolimab, we'll see that with Imsidolimab, we can make some real headway in keeping the disease away, not just making it go away. Well, you can look at it from the dermatologist side as well as the patient side. Obviously, the patient side, if they have had no relief of the pain of the visceral symptoms, the fevers, the misery that they go through with the pustules, that will be a godsend for them. I would say that first and foremost. A lot of these patients, we talked about this before, they just live in fear of their next flare. Even when their flare is put out, first thing they do is worry about when's the next one coming, because it's, again, that nature of the disorder. But I think even more so to see some quick onset of relief, it should take away the thought process of turning to a 17 inhibitor or a 23 inhibitor when that isn't the pathway of choice, or it's not really what we see under the hood for GPP. Again, with the label of psoriasis under generalized pustular psoriasis, there's going to be a mindset that says, sure, these psoriasis drugs should work. But I think we've seen enough data as well as seen enough mechanism of action discussion that we know that, again, inhibition of the 36 pathway is really the key to success for these patients.